So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, I am going to be going through all of the stuff that has changed with Ark Survival Evolved in the last 1 to 2 to 3 weeks of the game, with close to 300 improvements, changes, tweaks since the beginning of Genesis. Wildcard have done a lot, and I know there's still a lot of problems going on, but in today's video, we're going to go through what has changed so far. Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, so if you're very excited for this, it's going to be quite a long video. Smash that like button. Let's go for over 1,000 likes on today's video. Subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you to everyone for all of the support. Now, I did say it's going to be quite long. As you can see, I'll do a quick scroll down about how much stuff there's going to be. But as I said, you can pause the video or anything like that. And also, I hope you guys are enjoying the Easter event as we go through April. I'm probably not going to have the best birthday this year. I've seen a lot of you guys saying yours is the same as mine, which is April the 16th, because we are on lockdown. But I suppose the best we can do is just try and enjoy ourselves, doing whatever and playing whatever games we enjoy. So much has happened since our last edition of the Patch Notes Roundup. Since then, we've launched Genesis Part 1 and introduced several improvements and bug fixes that have been circulating in the community. With close to 300 improvements, changes and tweaks since the release of Genesis, we figure it might be a good time to summarize and get you caught up to speed. Now, some of this stuff may have been released yesterday. Some of this stuff may have been released 3 weeks ago. They have put it all together for us, and that is why it's going to be quite long. So let's get through this right now. So, the general side of things in Ark. Completed a full pass on loot crates to improve loot variation and quality. Now, I do see many, quickly before we carry on, I do see many people that say, oh, you know what, I'm not coming back to Ark until this is fixed. And that's why I do these videos for players that, well, you know, there could be one real problem that gets on their nerves out of these like 300. And, you know, it's just easier for people to know from these videos if that thing has been fixed. So, unofficials can now use flying creatures by adding the following setting, which obviously was this setting as you guys can see here. Building is now enabled in mission areas by default on unofficial servers. Increase the reability of repairing glitches. Added a debuff to reduce damage to tames, players, structures for a short duration of time after releasing from a cryo. Increase the placement radius. Check for ocean platforms to prevent them from being placed next to enemy foundations / platforms. Added optional visual indicator for trough radius, and added a grind all function added to the grinders. Now that was all of the general side of things that came to the game. The Magma Saw had some changes, so basilisks can now be tamed on fertilized Magma Saw eggs. Magma Saw now requires metal ingots to shoot projectiles. Magma Saw projectile speed and gravity adjusted for proper turret targeting in low FPS conditions. And the weight now scales by 0.5 in the Magma Saw to help with raising babies. The Snow Owl. Players recover 50% faster from the frozen state left by the Snow Owl dive. Remove the Snow Owl heal effect on enemy players and tamed enemy creatures. Wild creatures are still affected. And the Snow Owl dive's slow has been reduced to 2.5 seconds. Mechs, pistol damage versus tamed creatures reduced by 30%. Mech rocket boost, tapping / holding space should no longer damage tamed creatures or players. Reduce mech movement speed by 20% when the shield is up, and the sword damage versus tame creatures and players is reduced by 25%. Shapeshifter adjusted the Ferox knockback distance for PvE scenarios in which it could be which it could move other tribes' tames, and the Ferox can no longer be trapped with a bowler. Stalker reduced the range at which it can grapple an enemy to just slightly below maximum auto turret range, which is 5,800 units. Reduced mobility for the Stalker while over encumbered, and improve the overall feel and appearance when webbed by the Stalker. Now, the Pelagornis. Polymer weight reduced by 80% when in Pelagornis inventory, and increased polymer harvesting by approximately 30%. Rhino, decrease the maximum damage scale from 12.5 to 8 times when charging. Increase the time/distance it takes to charge up to max by 20%, so it will take longer to hit that times 8. And Rhinos are now affected by plant-wide crowd control. Cluster grenades, cluster fragments, if shots by a turret, will now detonate all other fragments from the same originating grenade. The fabricator can now craft the tech replicator. Tech replicator has been removed from loot crates in Genesis. Tech suits. Increased tech suit repair costs by approximately 20%. Wearing a full tech suit will prevent you from being targeted by bees when opening a beehive. Cap tech suit durability at 1,500. Tech suit repair costs now scale with quality. The HNNA, improve the accuracy of the HNNA cardinal direction when teleporting. The teleportation logic now tries to avoid turrets, non-allied players, and hostile drops, which was fantastic. Improve the reability of the HNNA transportation when traveling with tames. And improved the HNNA performance when crafting in large number of items. Now, the missions. We had improved several visual components on the mission UI. You know, this is difficulty text, leaderboards, item lists, notifications. Increased two timers on various beta and alpha race missions. Improved navigation issues on escort missions, Remove mission requirement for additional players when entering the final boss with a player who has the requirements obviously that you need. Added a HUD notification during the VR boss fight to indicate when you've reached the limit, and creatures can no longer attack through the barrier while on gauntlet missions. Now, other sort of things to do with other creatures in the game. We've got schools of fish no longer damage rafts and motorboats. Prevented the Itchy from stealing cryopods. Parasols no longer detect bodies that are not visible or rendered. Reduce cloning costs for the giant turtle. Gachas will no longer auto-consume buff soup/food. This means they won't accidentally eat them when they're stored in the troughs. Or the troughs, I think it's the troughs, isn't it? I always get that word wrong. Added the ability to use the Reaper tailspin attack while using a gamepad. And insect swarms now give I can never pronounce it, but it's always a chitin or kitten or not kitten. Oh, this was going so well until I ended up, but instead of hide, you guys know what I mean, chitin or whatever. I can never pronounce it. Me and my friends all have something different we call it in the game, and we never know. I should probably research it, to be honest. Increased damage to insect swarms by the giant frog. This is damage and health stuff to 2.5 times. Increased damage to insect swarms by fire to 1.5 times. Reduced health of insect swarms by 50%. Reduced tech claw damage against structures, and reduced the AoE damage of the tech cruise missile, which was done quite a while ago, that one. And then the final the second from last thing before we move on to the long list is the biome. So significantly reduced the frequency and slightly increased the duration of green rain in the bog biome. Reduced the number of insect swarms in the bog biome by 25%. About 25%. Added a cooldown between the green rain insect swarm spawns. Reduced the bat spawns in the main volcano within the volcano biome. Made several collision improvements for meshes on aberration. Now, the final big list of today's video. I mean, this video might not have been as long as I expected it to be. I expected it to probably be like 20 minutes plus. I mean, after this, I reckon there's still a chance it could be, but we'll see, because we haven't gone through the big bug fixes yet. And I know this is one thing that gets on people's nerves, bugs in Ark. So fixed an exploit with the Magma Saw, fixed an issue with dedicated storage locking behavior on PvE, players could withdraw items when it was locked, fixed a bug that allowed building within the boss arena on Valguero, fixed 100 plus holes in the terrain and level design issues across various maps, fixed the turret exploit with a space whale, fixed multiple cases where the Bloodstalker couldn't swing around extinction, fixed some configuration issues with the dynamic rates on non-standard official servers, fixed an issue with collision on several meshes, fixed several mesh holes in various biomes, fixed several missing notifications on gather, retrieve, basketball, hunt, and escort missions, fixed an exploit that allowed the Ferox to clip inside enemy structures, Fix the bug which prevented the actual boss fight from initiating correctly. Fix the bug which prevented players from seeing Primitive Plus servers. Fix an issue with crafting costs on tech items. Fix the bug which allowed players to cancel the Spino's animation and attack twice. Fix multiple bugs related to locations showing mission areas when they weren't supposed to, or vice versa. Fix an invulnerability exploit, and one also for the Ferox. Fix cooldown time for the Mind Wipe. Fix various server crashes. Fix the crash related to the Bog Spider. Fixed instances where the Lunar buff would remain after using a tech teleporter. Fix the rare occurrence where the Ferox could jump through the mesh or get through the world barrier. Fix the bug where the Ferox could jump while over encumbered. Fix the bug that caused the Ferox taming meter to be invisible. Fix several taming effectiveness and taming multiplier bugs with the Bloodstalker and Giant Turtle. Fix the case where the Space Whale could blink behind static meshes. Fix the bug where the Ferox that allowed it to stay transformed by force feeding. Fix an issue with the Mind Wipes that caused them to have an increased cooldown timer. Fix the bug with the Ferox taming methods. Fix an instant in which the Bloodstalker's web would remain attached after teleporting with a HLNA. Fix the rare occurrence with where the Dodo basketball mission could not be completed after switching languages. Fix several visual bugs with the HLNA teleportation. Fixed a bug that prevented players using gamepads from using the throw attack on the giant crab. Fixed an issue that caused a follow whistle command when holding B on a gamepad. Fix an occurrence where the mining drill sound will remain playing after mounting a dino. That one I had massively in the game. Fixed instances with damage scaling while using weapons with projectiles. Fix a rare bug that caused recent mission progress to be lost after server restart. Fix a bug that caused the Space Whale corpse to disappear after one hit. Fix the bug that prevented several aberration dinos from being downloaded on Genesis. Fixed occurrences where Magma Saw could damage structures out of the turret range. Fixed exploit with the Ferox. Fixed several performance-related crashes. Fixed an instant where the mining drill could dismount players. Fixed occurrences where players could incorrectly get inside the gauntlet missions. Fixed incorrect damage from building in Arctic and ocean biome. Fixed implementation of newly added Genesis configuration settings. Fixed an exploit with the Ferox again. I'm sure that was like a second one. They just didn't really name what the exploit was. Fixed the display bug with the hexagon shop. Fixed the bug where the Pellers and Itchies would fly to X, Y, and Z coordinate 0, 0, 0. Fixed the bug where players could attack each other with the mining drill. Fixed the bug where players would have received an unintended item cap. Fixed player emote specific to Portuguese language setting. Fixed certain languages not finding appropriate directories. Fixed several mesh holes. Fixed a critical crash. Fixed Space Whale's name, well, the display name. Fixed an issue where rock slides would linger after ending. Fixed several visual bugs with the Magma Saw and the Space Whale, and also the taming process of the Ferox. Fixed issue where insect swarms could attack through walls. Fixed an issue with the giant turtle taming method. These ones are a lot older, I think. Fixed the taming bug with the Bloodstalker. Fixed a crash of Extinction's Horde crate and element node. Fix some bugs which cause projectiles to not expire on clients, and also an issue that prevent players connecting to OC servers. Fixed an issue that prevented players from receiving the mission buff in specific biomes. I think a lot of this is Genesis stuff from a while back, as I said. Fixed the increased damage multiplier in various biomes. Fixed an edge case that caused the player to be destroyed when mounting an Equus and equipping its saddle. Fixed an instance where players with glide suits weren't being reeled in properly by Bloodstalker. Fixed the bug where the giant turtle could not be tamed out of render distance. Fixed an instance in which tamed dinos would be launched long distances by avalanches. Fixed a visual bug with the Space Whale saddle that caused skins to remain on when the saddle is removed. Fixed the bug where the Ferox stats were being re-rolled after the first time transforming. Fixed the damage exploit with the Ferox. Fixed a rare case where the mining drill could damage the tech sensor. Fixed an exploit with cruise missiles that allowed them to bypass turrets. Added the Dainonica saddle to the engrams list. Added several missing items to the HLNA hexagon store. Magma Saw no longer takes damage from lava on the center. The Ferox should now keep its long imprint buff when in large form. Teleporting east in the bog biome will no longer transport the player southeast. Activation/deactivation settings will now save on the tech alarm and on the pressure plate. The lava on the island in caves and the lava in the Wyvern Trench on Scorched Earth will no longer damage Magma Saw. Cryopods can be accessed in the HNNA shop again. Made adjustments in areas near Volcano to fix rare instances where eruptions would instantly kill players/dinos. Prevented mechs from being deployed in the VR mission. Re-enabled configuration to prevent Reapers from being transferred to Genesis. Improved several areas where localization was missing or incorrect. Removed the ability to give birth to Reapers while on Genesis. Basketball missions, mission rewards should now match their intended reward returns. And restored Extinction Horde mode data. Now that is everything in the last month, which has been changed, as I said, from last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and a month. It has been a long time since the release of Genesis, in the sense of making sure it's stable, fixing problems, and I personally believe Wildcard have done one fantastic job on that. Now, there is lots going on in the Ark community right now. Not only all of this stuff, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have the Easter event right now. We also have a TLC and Crystal Isles. I've made like 4 or 5 videos on that with like new information and stuff. So I hope it has helped you guys out, and I hope this video has as well. Thank you very much for watching. Let's hit that 1,000 like target. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you guys later.